One of the big decisions we're still waiting on from the Supreme Court has to deal with the independence of the Federal Trade Commission. Last year, President Trump fired the Democratic commissioners without cause, despite 90 years of precedent that Congress can limit the president's powers to fire leaders of independent agencies like the FTC. Rebecca Slaughter is one of the commissioners who was fired, and she filed a lawsuit saying the president illegally removed her from office. The Supreme Court heard oral arguments in her case back in December. Well, Ms. Slaughter will be talking about her very high-profile case tomorrow night at Canisius University, part of its lecture series on law in American society. It is free and open to the public, and I got the chance to ask her about the implications of all this. How would you explain to our audience, and how will you explain at Canisius this week, why this case is so important, a case with your name on it?
Well, because in this case, what the president has tried to do is, or what we are challenging, is the president's efforts to remove me and my fellow Democratic Commissioner Alvaro Bedoya from the FTC. And when the president is able to remove at will commissioners from these agencies without saying they've done something wrong, without saying we're not doing our jobs, because we are doing our jobs and we haven't done anything wrong. When the president's able to do that, then it means that commissioners can't operate without fear or favor. And what that means specifically is it means they can't look out for the American people, make decisions based on the law and the facts in front of them without fear of getting fired for failure to do a favor for the president's friends and allies. And that is something that really, really matters to the American people. The FTC is an agency that protects people from unfair subscription traps. We put in place a rule to help you click to cancel a subscription. The FTC is the consumer privacy agency of the federal government, looking out so that big tech companies aren't scooping up everybody's data illegally, making sure kids are safe online. The FTC is a competition agency that's looking out to make sure mergers don't raise the costs of your groceries. We blocked a big grocery merger. And then the other point I'd make is that when not just commissioners, but actually all federal civil servants take an oath of office, that oath is not an oath of loyalty to the president. The oath is an oath to the Constitution and the laws of the United States. And that's what I think we have an obligation to uphold. And I want to make sure all of government is continuing to work in service of the Constitution and the laws of the United States and not any particular politician.
Again, that speech is free and open to the public tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the Science Hall Commons at 1901 Main Street in Buffalo. Doors open at 6:30.